Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. As well on the north side as the Pink Cosmos Olaf, we got Icekewb. As well on the south side as the, what's this color again? Brown Desert. Kindle, we have Evinkuruga. Well, I butchered named both those names quite well enough. And I realized I forgot to turn on my macros. I always forget to do this part. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. We do have Kindle's day-to-day passive is plus 40% firepower while in urban terrains. Of course, Olaf is not affected by snow. Quite simple there. As the initial infantry phase is going, I'm going to cover what's on the map. It is a 3-base map. We got an airport back here as well as a comm tower in the middle as well. And just properties in the center while the HQ is up north. We do have a port here. There's a river there. Shores, so good for transports, but that's about it. You have a nice static battleship if you would so choose, but I would probably not choose that. It's a standard funds game, so nothing too significant. And we do have now a Kindle tank. Something I always like to point out, Kindle's day-to-day, the plus 40% firepower from being on urban terrain, I feel that more of a retaliation benefits. So let's just say Kindle is on the property of a tank or infantry unit and gets attacked by the same unit. Then Kindle can just simply pull back the wooden tank and put a new tank onto the point and annihilate in a pretty sizable strike. Because plus 40% is quite significant, but it's actually, of course, like I said, difficult to use. If you don't know what urban terrain necessarily is, basically here is a list where you can go down and read. But things like, say, missile silos and missile silo platforms are not considered urban, while labs and comm towers are. In other words, anything that can be captured is considered urban. Not a great strike there by Kindle there. It interrupts the capture, but we'll take a sizable retaliation strike there. Another tank spotted by Olaf there. Kindle does another tank way back here. Pushing all the way forward may not be the greatest idea, because now this tank get a strike over here. Though it is on 3-star property and is still slightly wounded. Right now they have equal income. Falls back there. We'll get a little bit of healing done. Pushing forward into the capture spot, not a good idea unless she uses the 4 health tank. Do have a Kindle tank down here as well as a Olaf. Excuse me, Olaf tank. Olaf has battlecopter, so has Kindle. My apologies for the hiccup. Decent amount of infantry at the moment. Kindle's pushing up north. This tank will get up to 8 health, so it's going to be back in combat. 8 health is reasonable. Another got in here in the center there. Another battle coupled by Kindle. Does get a pick there. Making our way down south. Now, Olaf has an artillery piece here. This map has a lot of shores, so it's actually decent for motorized units to move around. Does put the tank next to the battlecopter, trying to provoke an attack, so she can Olaf can counterattack with a anti-air. Let's see if he goes for it. He can also, Kindle can get a nice strike here. Not sure if she can somehow kill off this infantry unit and then get a boost up strike onto it. Got a lot of infantry in the center. Does not stop the capture there, so couldn't boost off of it. Get some good strikes down there. Anti-air heading up north as well. Does manage to get a strike there, and I'm curious, how close of a strike was that? Needed a very high luck roll, so that was a gamble. Though then again, it could have fractional health as well. And here comes a booster strike. Getting some great damage onto it. It is on a 2-star defense tile, so it's not a bad spot if you're going to get retaliated on. Another anti-air over here. starting to get some fights in the infantry. Kindle's battlecopter could be in range. Got a messy infantry fight in the center. Looks like Olaf is pulling quite ahead, getting a lot of first strikes there. He drops the capture there. Kindle is slightly ahead in income as well. If Kindle can somehow take out this one health, the battlecopter should be engaged the battlecopter, but will probably receive fire from the battlecopter. This anti-hero probably needs to be pushed in the center. Could get a strike on the tank, make it less important, less likely to take out the anti-hero. Trying to flip a property here. Got a artillery piece here, 2 tanks on property, so Olaf has a good defense here. Got C's here, so that's not very traversable. Got a tank here. If she's able to 1-2 strike it, then get a boost strike onto it with the 8 health tank. Trying to flip a property. Has a 2,000 income lead. Interrupts the capture. Stops the capture. Gets on top of the property and not on to push any farther more down south. Get here into the center here. Let's see. Neo tank. And of course, infantry. Gets to finish off that one there. Thanks to the booster strike, able to counterattack pretty severely. Finish off that unit there. Gets some damage. Battlecopter heads up north. Gets a strike here. Ooh, was that bad luck? No. Needed max luck. Have a possibility of taking it out. So this battlecopter will likely go down next turn. Olaf does have a blizzard available, which could cause some issues. Tank on tank violence, but it's going to be next to this property, so this tank will get a mass fatality shot. I don't think that shot was good. Battlecopter goes down. The thing is, well, in order to get a booster strike onto this tank, this anti-hero needs to go down, and probably take both these tanks and nothing to do with that booster strike. This tank's out of range, so it's actually perfectly fine next to that one, the more I look at it. We could see an Urban Blight here, which could change a lot of math, though. Gets a good strike there. But that we're going to see a high society. Let's see, high society will give her a decent amount of firepower with the comm tower, and of course theirs will be a 23. That would be a decent amount of firepower there. I don't think she'll go for a high society. Probably Urban Blight would be a good idea. Extra power charge before initiating it is always good. Every little drop counts. All those been one shots. Pops Urban Blight. Now she can probably make some work done. This may allow her to one-shot this. Maybe the follow-up shot with the 1 health tank as well. So this tank could be dead, because that would be 80% strike plus strike against the 9 health tank. 1 health tank. Whoops, that's a right click. And that's going to be pretty powerful, because it's plus 80% firepower on top of the property. Yeah. Infantry could probably finish off as well. Urban Blight. Kindle's deceptively good. I don't know why, but everything Kindle sells feels mediocre, but she does pull out things that no other CO can do. She turns properties something she can fight very strong from, and also makes your properties much weaker because able to neuter them by taking 3 damage. Olaf now has his course Winter Fury available, and he's going to pop it immediately. And that's global damage 2%. Kindle does have almost enough already. Another Urban Blight. Lots of strikes down there. Gonna try to flip a property. Of course, there's no battle copters here Kindle's having trouble with. Good strike there. tank, artillery. Infantry. She just needs a little bit of power charge and get another urban blight. Trying to flip some properties. Sacks there. Let's see. Just needs what? 7,000 more? Need to tank some properties, so she's not gonna get our urban blight this turn. Based on the movements. Merge. She's at 65,000. Olaf's at 86. His superpower hit pretty hard there. Tank goes down there. Pops the urban blight. Getting a lot of global damage there. Olaf's going to have trouble with repairs. A lot of stuff on properties. Interrupts this capture here as well. Tank, tank, tank. Triple tank. Of course, Kindle does still have a Neo tank down here. What? So, probably he rolled a relatively low roll, but it was more likely to happen. And that retaliation. Oh, I always that urban strike. That's just a lot of damage. I don't know why. I was not expecting that retaliation. Does take some losses here. Kindle's on 72. Olaf will have 98, so she's falling pretty far behind. Of course, there's still a Neo Tink here. Does block it. Won't be able to reach around. Anti-air could perhaps get a good strike onto it down that 3 health one, but then what will be the follow-up? Kindle is behind about a turn or two. This is very bad for her. She can get a lot of good hits there on the battle copters, but she's basically disintegrated up north. Center is not doing all too well. Does take out that tank. 5 health takes it out. Neo tank onto the artillery piece. Good idea. Getting some good hits here. Even takes a strike there, boosts a strike from the city. It's cost effective. Goes for the tank rather than the artillery piece. Tank would have got a good strike on one of these anti-airs. And keep the anti-airs nice and healthy, though Paul get a good strike here. Neo tank still has massive power here. This only area where Kindle's doing well. Up here, she's struggling. In the middle, she's doing okay. Not really at the moment. Anti-air goes down. On top of property as well as protecting the tank. The lizard can be brought on in. He even takes a shot there. Strikes the infantry rather than the artillery. Going for a booster strike onto the battlecopter likely. Not a great hit there. Overkill, of course. Maybe putting this tank on the property would get hit. Urban Blight there. Okay, that's what she was trying to do. And now that's going to be a dead battlecopter. Yep. Even if I add full health, it could have potentially. Probably would have probably go down to 1 health. But still, great shot there. Our anti-air tank. Urban Blight did whittle down a lot of stuff, including the battlecopter here. Neo tank there. Oh, Olaf went for double base skip back here. Not much money this turn. Artillery gets a decent strike on the Neo tank. Neo-tank may just need a... yeah, this thing pushed forward. This Neo-tank may just need to fall back to the city. Artillery takes that out. Neo-tank pushed down to the city. Tank, infantry, infantry. Kindle still ahead by 3,000 income. Maybe I'll take out that wounded tank there, but no, this tank would be perfectly fine. Anti-air could probably take out one of these battle copters. Good strike there. Takes out the anti-air. Light tank takes out the artillery piece, falls back the Neo-tank to the HQ. Tank there, tank there. So we're going to see the Winter Fury. Triple infantry. She has 22,000 stored on up. Should go for a lot of things, but we will see a Winter Fury. Is he saving his Winter Fury? I think he's saving his Winter Fury. I think he saved his Winter Fury, seeing the triple infantry, knows and sees Kindle's high money in the bank. He saves his Winter Fury. That's interesting. Get some good strikes there. Going for good hits. I'm sort of surprised that tank did so little right there. Like, and took a lot of damage in return. Cheap, that seems about right, but the counterattack damage seems a little bit high. Must have rolled max luck. I don't know. That just seemed a little bit off to me. There's the capture there. Good strike there. Does not take out the battlecopter. Down to 0 ammo, so it has a machine gun available. Neo-tank pushed forward. In range of his opponent's Neo-tank, was on 3-star property. Winter Fury. Another Neo-tank back here. Kindle sells 16,000 in the bank. Takes out some stuff there. Problem is, Neo-tank is right next to a property. He has to make sure that property is occupied. It is. Kindle now has her Urban Blight available, and don't see a way to smash through that infantry there to get to the tank. Because somehow the Urban Blighted Neo-tank gets a shot on Neo-tank on no defense stars. Tank artillery. I'm thinking Kindle may just save. Nope, immediately pops it. Not even really gonna be sort of 1 health, 0 ammo battlecopter. Takes out that in there. We'll get the first strike on the Neo-tank, which is probably a good idea. Won't be the most optimal, but still good enough. Neo-tank could push the center and displace these tanks no problem. But heading over here. Another Neo-tank. She has 3 Neo-tanks on the field. Battlecopter moving its way up north. Another anti-air needs to be up here relatively soon. Neo-tank on Neo-tank. So both sides are sacking Neo-tank, deal with the Neo-tank. Anti-air goes down. Kindle's now out of anti-air. Next turn, she may want to go for double anti-air. Blocks the Neo-tank there as well. This tank cannot reach that Neo-tank. Pulls back a little bit there, doesn't deal with the battlecopter. That Neo-tank pushed way forward. Both Neo-tanks effectively knocked out. This Neo-tank could fall back to a city. But by the time it gets a partial repair done up, an Urban Blight Spell will be available, so I don't think that 2 Elf Neo Tank should fall back. Maybe at most fall back for 1 turn. Kindle has gone for another Neo Tank. No interior up here. Probably won't be able to get an Urban Blight next turn. Well, that's going to be a lot of value. Trying to flip 2 properties. Got a full bomber now plugged by Olaf. A fighter, or at least anti-air is going to be required. She does have 20,000 funds for a fighter. Takes out that infantry unit, no problem. Goes for the fighter. We'll be going for double base skip this turn. Drop some captures there. Olaf can always pop a blizzard to slow down the aircraft as well. And we got a nice little infantry wall there, preventing the Neo Tank from gauging over here. Also, perhaps isolating the Neo Tank for the bomb to strike it. Yeah, I don't think that Neo can... Wait, Neo Tank can go down this way to run. Lots of light tanks up there. I wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. I don't think there's any way for the Neo Tanks to reach their artillery piece. But at least can take out the Neo Tank. Gotta be careful of this bomber. Fighter in intercept path. Takes the 1 health infantry unit. That's the only thing it could do. Stops the capture, gets a booster strike there. Still needs an anti-air up here. Maybe anti-air and then follow up with the tank to go up north. Blizzard is available. He is going to artillery range. Artillery does okay versus Neo Tanks. Not super great, but not bad either. Definitely cost effective at minimum. Neo Tank heading down south. So is the bomber. Seeing outrange the fighter. Good. Infantry. Did save some money there, maybe for another bomber or Neo Tank. No anti-air to worry about at the moment, so putting the fighter there, it's not a bad spot. Neo Tank charge in the middle. Good strike there. Finish off the infantry unit. Nothing. There's a lot of tanks here. G probably needs to get out at least a tank, maybe a medium tank here. I think a medium tank here will probably be good. Because she has so many tanks up over there. Pulls back the Neo Tanks. Out of range of the bomber. The bomber's going to have trouble running away from the fighter. Battle Copper, that would be useful. Tank. Probably a good idea. 2 tanks set up north. All that stuff gets picked on off. We do, of course, have an Urban Blight available, as well as a Blizzard. Is that enough to... It is. The bomber's fully surrounded. I think the bomber will be safe this turn. Fighter's fully surrounded. Great surround there. He could send a unit to clear out that 1 health infantry unit. Sack a Neo Tank for that. I am not sure. No Urban Blight. I'm assuming that gets a boosted strike there. Looks like it. Breaks out the fighter, so you will sack a Neo tank for that. Goes back there. That's out of range of the anti-air. Olaf may just need to use the artillery and Neo tank to gauge the Neo tank. High Society is almost available as well. Olaf does have a 24,000 versus 20,000, so Kindle's High Society provide additional, let's see, 21 times 3, so 63 power increase for all units, which is actually not too terribly bad. Pops the Winter Fury. High Society now available. And like a good headway up here, but possible boosted strikes there, and she will get a plus 130% firepower from being on top of a city. Neo tank can't count on top of the city. Let's see what power she goes for. Neither. I thought at least an Urban Blight. So not even Urban Blight. Out of range thanks to Winter. Stays out of range the anti-air. Pops Urban Blight at the end of turn. I think she should have gone for the start of turn because she would have got some boost attacks. She got no power charge from that. She would have gotten perhaps to take out this tank because of that. Maybe she just thought about, probably should go for it. Kindle's starting to lose up here. This battlecopter is out of ammo, so the tank can take safe shots against it. Just needs a little bit of power charge and get another Urban Blight. Neo tank's in range of Neo tank. So in theory, if she pops an Urban Blight, the Neo tank could go down and then have the fighter nuke the bomber with a boosted strike. Got multiple Neo tanks. Pops Urban Blight. Let's see how this goes. Does not one-shot it. Heads up north, trying to find another opportunity to gauge that bomber. Kindle's still pretty far behind. Neotank gets onto this property, but it could get double tapped by some tanks. Does nuke the Neotank there, surrounds the bomber. Join caps there. Neotank there. Now we got Blizzard available. Looking good for Olaf. Kindle's taking massive losses. Tank, infantry. Gets a good strike there on the Neo tank. Striking the artillery piece. Tank push way forward. Maybe down here, Kindle could probably use a battle cop to help push down here. Desperation rocket, it looks like. Because that bomber can easily strike it. Overall, the bomber hasn't got too much work done. It does get a strike there on the fighter there, knocking it out. Yeah, I think at this one time, Olaf has won. Olaf has also 10,000 income lead. Tank, battlecopter, tank. Able to utilize all that infrastructure now. It's become a bit of a problem. Does not take out the Neo tank there. Pops Urban Blight. Does severely damage the bomber. And triple APC into Resign. That's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.